Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jillian and I talk all about manifestation, mindset work, and yoga. I'm so excited to have you here with me today. Please subscribe, give me a big thumbs up if you like the video, show me some love if you don't mind, and let's get into today's video. Today I want to talk all about being magnetizing and how to become a magnetizing person. So when you think about a magnetic person, they're usually somebody who, when they walk in the room, all eyes are on them. They're irresistible, addicting. There's just something about them that draws you to them. And what exactly is this feeling that we get when we see someone who is truly magnetizing? It's actually the energy behind them. Because we live in a world where everything is energetic, we create who we are through the state we're embodying. So whatever vibration we are at is essentially, that is what we are giving off to other people. So there's definitely ways to raise our vibration, and of course that is not necessary for manifesting, but just becoming magnetizing in general and feeling better about yourself, it is an amazing way to attract anybody to you or anything that you want to you, because everything is interchangeable, because we are all essentially one with each other. So I have some tips and tricks. And the first one that I want to talk about is not giving a shit about what other people think. This is a major thing. I think a lot of people have a difficult time with this because we're in a society where we're supposed to care a lot about what other people say and live a life pretty much that other people tell us to live. And when you stop giving a crap what other people feel about you, you're able to embody who you really are, and you radiate confidence within yourself. So that was my first tip. The second tip I have is unapologetically being yourself. There should not be one part of you that feels sorry for being who you are. You should walk around knowing that you are perfect the way you are, and that everything about you is special. That means if you don't want to go out and do something, you're okay to say no. That means if you do want to go out and do something, you can do that as well. But you're no longer living wishy-washy within yourself, feeling sorry for who you are or what you have to do in your life. So I think the first two tips I have kind of go together. All my tips really go together, and you'll see as I keep going. Knowing your truth means you understand in your soul, in your inner being, who you are, what makes you you, not what society tells you you are, or what your parents think you are, or friends think you are, or boyfriend thinks you are, or girlfriend thinks you are, or grandma thinks you are, or boss thinks you are. No, it's who you truly believe you are. And when you start living by your truth and you start doing the things that make you the most happy, either you're fully embracing who you are and living by that, or you're not. To branch off that, that's where following what makes you happy and following your joy, which I do have a video on, it is one of the most important pieces to manifestation and becoming magnetic towards people and your desires and manifestations. This also includes knowing your inner truth, but also acting on it. So it's one thing to act on it and even to embody it and be it, but now going and doing things that you really love to do. And when you look around at a lot of people, they really just don't know how to enjoy themselves or let themselves have that extra piece of cake or buy that piece of jewelry that they've been wanting to buy for so long, because they're not used to following their joy. Maybe you want to wake up an hour earlier and fit in an extra hour of cardio before you go to work. There are so many different things that will help you follow your joy, but you really have to truly connect with what's inside of you and tune out everything else. which leads me to not getting distracted by the noise around you. There is a lot of noise, especially when we're turning to social media, and it could be really challenging to focus on yourself when you're looking online at how everybody else is living their life. When you're spending a lot of time watching other people, you're getting distracted by the noise. Noise can also be movies, it could be music, it could be TV shows that you're watching, and all of this information that you're absorbing into your head is not good for you. You're not really feeding your mind the way you need to feed your mind with all the positive things and in a direction and the focus that you want to go towards in your life. So being distracted by all these external circumstances, events, and people and things is just preventing you from seeing your true inner self. This is one of my favorites, and I feel like I've always been this way to a degree. Embracing what makes you different and using that as your point of power, because that is essentially what makes us so powerful and stand out. And it's so interesting how in society, most people do not want to be different. They feel, they'll be the odd one out if they appear different to others. But that is the secret sauce to being so magnetic. It is unforgettable, and it's magnetizing to such deeper levels when you really truly express all the things that make you so much more different than how other people are living their life. So if you really enjoy to play tennis and you're pretending that you don't want to play tennis and you're going to play pickleball like everybody else, then you're not truly embodying your true inner self, and you're also not embracing your true point of power on what makes you you and what makes you special and what will make you stand out and so magnetic. And so many people are so fearful of this. It's really interesting to see. Another tip is knowing that your negative thoughts are so stupid and they're irrational. This is one of my main tips that I would recommend, especially in manifestation and conscious creating. Negative thoughts are stupid. They're not true. They're not real. Our mind wants us to believe in them. It wants us to believe in the trap that we're not worthy, that we're not good enough, and all these negative beliefs or thoughts that we're having are real. And when you start to separate the negative from the positive and know all of the positive good things, those are the only real beliefs and thoughts that we have. And you start to shun out all of the thoughts that tell you you're not good enough and why you shouldn't be going to that next level like you want to go, or why you'll look stupid if you reach out to somebody. We have to be aware of that ego part of our mind, and the ego isn't bad. It's actually a protection for us. It's an instinctual protection. So learning to work with the ego and learning how to separate those thoughts are so important for us to remain in our own power. And going right off of negative thoughts are stupid is positive self-talk. Another thing that people really struggle with and don't understand, that they talk so poorly about themselves day in and day out all the time, whether if it's in your own head, out loud, to friends, to family, to coworkers, whoever it is. When we're complaining about ourselves, or even when we're making jokes about ourselves, it's essentially true. It's just kind of a coping mechanism that we could say, oh, it's funny. It's not funny. There's nothing funny about it. So really stepping into the state of really embracing who we are and talking very positive towards ourselves is also a part of my next tip, which is self-care. Self-care is way more than just going and getting a manicure, although that could be a great way to take care of yourself physically, but we're talking more on an energy level, or we're talking on a mental, emotional level, which could be emotionally regulating ourselves or not listening to our negative thoughts. Also, it is going to the gym, taking a nature walk, doing what makes you feel good, whether if it's healthy eating, yoga, Pilates. Like, these are all the things that I do. Journaling. I love to journal. Some people love to read. There are so many different ways to take care of yourself. I really recommend quiet time too in that. It doesn't have to be meditation. You don't have to be laying on a rock all day meditating. That's not what I mean. But giving yourself a little quiet time gives yourself that time to wind down from the chaos that goes on within your life. Knowing you're the best and only option and that you're so impactful is another tip that I absolutely love for being magnetizing. You have to know your inner power and how special you are as an individual. Yes, everybody else has their beauty and their special qualities, but they can never be you. And I know I've also talked about this in some of my other videos, but persisting and being consistent with having this type of self-talk and focus and understanding of ourselves is so important when we want to manifest the things we want, because there really is no competition out there. Nobody can be who you are, no matter what you're dealing with. And that also stems off of understanding that circumstances don't matter. You know, creation is finished. Everything that you want will unfold in front of your eyes, period, the end. When you understand circumstances don't matter, you are not attached to the 3D world. You are now embodying your inner state of imagination, which is essentially what creates your outer reality and who you show up to be every day. So it's so important on an energy level to understand all of these different tips that can really truly help you stay in your power and stay in your point of focus, because that's all that really manifesting is. It's just that we forget how powerful we are, and we think outer circumstances and people around us have say and power over us. And one of my favorites, it's our last tip for today. It's receptive mode, receiving, allowing yourself to receive everything that you want now. That is one of the most difficult steps for people. They want to control what's going on in their life, and they will push and poke at everything to make something happen in their life. And that is not being a conscious creator and understanding your power. That's just trying to manipulate a situation because you're coming from a state of not believing how special you are. So being in receptive mode would essentially mean you are allowing everything to unfold for you. Receiving, allowing yourself to have the things you want. And that also ties in with, again, self-care, following your joy, and knowing your truth and embodying your truth. These all tie in together. And trust me, you will be so magnetizing. You will get everything, and truly everything that you've ever wanted. It is like a magic spell, essentially, although it's not. We just live in an energetic world, and we're able to understand what truly makes us so powerful in life. Trust me, you have the power to become the most magnetic woman or man out there, and you could attract all of the ladies or the men that you want, and all of the money that you want, and everything else that you want. I'm telling you, this is my secret sauce to all of it. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I am so excited to see you guys next. It is beautiful, it's wonderful, and it's magical. Thank you guys. Bye.